The conflict between 50/50 and Attract got even more complicated. On August 17th of 2023, it was reported that the group decided to file a criminal complaint against Attract CEO John Hong-jun, alleging that the CEO violated the act on aggravated punishment for specific economic crimes. To put it simply, the CEO was accused of embezzlement, while in reality, it looks like the CEO just wanted to gain back the money that he spent on 50/50's debut. The earnings from 50/50's digital music and album sales were allegedly used to settle the CEO's undisclosed expenses within his other company, Star Crew Entertainment. The members of 50/50 also released a handwritten letter on August 17th to share their disappointment about the misunderstandings and misinformation that they saw in the media. However, their letter was met with a lot of criticism as it explained nothing. Many Korean netizens claimed that they should have specified what those misunderstandings and misinformation were. They also called out the group for not providing any factual evidence to support their claims, comparing them to the CEO, who, on the other hand, provided evidence like text messages, phone conversations, and others. What many netizens also found suspicious was that the letter came out just a day before the Unanswered Questions episode regarding the legal battle between 50/50 and Attract was released. Since the investigative series is known for cracking some of Korea's biggest secrets, netizens thought that the timing was really off. Some thought that the letter was a poor attempt at damage control of whatever was about to come out. When the highly anticipated episode came out, some were left disappointed with the group even more, while others voiced their support for them. Although the episode started with interviews from Attract and the Givers, they didn't really add anything to the information that's currently available on the internet. They didn't provide any details as to why the members decided to file for trademarks on their own, or why the Givers CEO An Seung-gil lied about his education and previous work experience. Instead, the Givers director shared that he cannot represent the official stance of the company because whatever he'd say would get twisted. Seung-gil was also supposed to participate in the interviews, but couldn't because of his alleged health issues, but people think that he just tried to save himself from another public disaster. According to the documentary, the members were supposedly afraid of the CEO and often suffered from panic attacks. One family member shared that at one point, one of the members had to run away from the agency because she suffered several panic attacks. She was then reportedly hospitalized. The girls were also allegedly forced to do daily BMI checks. According to the same family member, the people at the agency were under constant surveillance as there was a lot of CCTV around the whole building. Shockingly enough, the family member also revealed that any food that was brought to the members by their families was immediately thrown into the trash. Their families also shared that the girls were actually terrified of the CEO. Because there was no detailed evidence that would support these allegations, no one can tell if they were true or not. Considering how messily the documentary was made, many netizens found it hard to believe any of those things, and there are many reasons why. For example, in the documentary, they calculated the estimated royalties from various streaming platforms, but completely forgot to consider all the different payment dates and methods which depend on different platforms and countries. It was unclear whether Attract actually collected those funds and decided to keep the money for themselves, or if it was distributed to the members. On top of that, the show left out other activities that add to the calculated earnings and costs, such as events, commercials, or brand deals. Netizens who have been following this conflict since the beginning were curious to see all the phone call recordings and other things revealed by Dispatch. Unfortunately, they weren't addressed in the episode, which is strange. The only new information that came from the show was the original demo for Cupid made by Swedish producers, and that the final version only included 3 different words compared to the demo. In light of the documentary, many netizens have been going back to some of the past claims that were made several weeks ago and comparing them to what's being said now. A staff member from Attract came forward on the show and revealed that CEO John Hong-jun never actually cared about 50/50, but all he was interested in was the growth of his agency and receiving funds. According to the staff member, John's plan was to raise funds through the girl group and then disband the group. He also never allegedly attended the single monthly evaluations which were conducted by Attract's affiliated entertainment company. The staff member's claims are completely different to what was said about the CEO just a month ago at the beginning of July of 2023. Back then, many netizens were pleasantly shocked by the rumors that CEO John Hong-jun possibly sold his personal items such as his car and expensive vintage Rolex watch in order to provide funds for the group. But mind you, the claims made by the employee lack solid evidence, so it's all just he said, she said. The members' families' claims about the mistreatment of their health also contradict what's been revealed by Dispatch in July 2023. In July, Dispatch revealed a conversation between CEO John Hong-jun and An Seung-gil where they talked in depth about the members' health conditions. In that conversation, CEO John was actually concerned and gave them more time to rest than originally planned. But now, CEO John Hong-jun is being painted as someone who never actually cared about the group's health. According to the group lawyer, 2 members had struggled with their health even before their debut, and the health complications had to be solved by surgery. The group's lawyer also shared in unanswered questions that the girls had to work despite despite their health not being good, and that right before the surgery, they were on medications to control the symptoms. 50-50 not being anyone's priority was also highlighted in the show. Apparently, Ahn Sung-gil never actually cared that much about the group and only used them as a stepping stone. Allegedly, he planned on abandoning the group sometime in the future because he believed that the group wouldn't have worked out well. An informant revealed, Ahn Sung-gil said the group was not his final goal. He stated he was going to do music IP business and that 50-50 was never going well, so he was even going to close the business. But then Cupid turned out to be successful. Overall, the episode received a lot of backlash from viewers who also argued that the show is defending 50-50 and also disrespecting other K-pop artists for no reason. During the episode, 50-50 were often compared to artists like BTS, Blackpink, or New Jeans. The show made parallels between 50-50 and BTS by mentioning how both groups came from smaller management companies. Many netizens found these comparisons completely unnecessary because the episode was supposed to be a deep dive into their legal battle, but it turned into a sort of support video for the group, highlighting their success rather than showing evidence that could help them in their legal battle. One netizen wrote, "How many K-pop idol groups did this episode have to disrespect to defend 50-50? This is madness." Another one mentioned how the episode completely missed out on the important things, but instead focused on what group is more popular in what country in the world. One viewer shared, "Unanswered questions defended the girl group to suspicious length, enough to leave the viewers questioning the real intention behind the episode." Another netizen wondered if unanswered questions even understood all of the details behind what happened between 50-50 and Attract. Korean viewers compared the episode to videos made from entertainment gossip YouTube channels, as it only made people more curious since it actually didn't reveal anything new. After the episode was aired, the viewers' comment section of the show was actually unavailable for hours because of viewers sharing their criticism. Because this case is closely followed by thousands of people, the comment sections have been flooded with people sharing their theories about what could possibly happen or is going to happen in the future. While a lot of people stand with 50-50 and want them to win the case, there's a huge amount of people who aren't really siding with anyone and are rather staying neutral. One netizen pointed out that some of the claims 50-50 made about the CEO during the show, like him neglecting the members' health conditions, aren't actually included in their claims of termination. They added that there have been a lot of cases where K-pop groups decided to terminate their contracts because of privacy violations, the agency's mistreatment, and others, and that it's confusing why these claims are not included in their lawsuit if they're also one of the reasons. Another netizen pointed out that most of the arguments that came from 50-50's side were heavily based on their emotions and had very little evidence. How a person feels is one thing, but what actually happened is a completely different matter. Some of the netizens painted the girls and their parents as someone who got greedy. According to one comment, after the girls went viral with Cupid, they wanted to receive the revenue from the song, but found out about the severity of their debt and simply wanted to terminate their contract without paying the debt or termination fee so that they could go to a bigger company which would allow them a bigger and better payoff. Overall, the general public opinion seems to be divided in half. Most of the criticism comes from the Korean side of the community, with people bashing the girls for betraying their company. International fans have been more supportive of the girls, hoping that they will be able to walk out of the trial as the winners, and they share their words of support mainly on Twitter. International fans have also been more vocal about the recent boycott of 50-50's first official album, since the members won't receive their portion of the profit because of their ongoing lawsuit. It's even harder to tell how this situation is going to end for the group and the company, but many people believe that this could potentially be the end of 50-50. Let us know your thoughts in the comments, and thanks for watching. Bye!